Fala galera, serviço do Crescim Games, quem fala com vocês é o Crescim, e vamos continuar aqui na série de uma Platina de Tales of Arise. Nós continuamos aqui em Dyke Faz All, mas finalmente chegou a hora da gente decolar e partir para Rehna, que, pelo que eu entendi, é a nossa última parte do jogo, a última dungeon e os últimos boss, né? Provavelmente tem mais de um, né? Não é possível que é só um boss lá, né? Então, bora prosseguir. Vamos ver o que vai acontecer. Tem que ver como é que é o nível lá também, né? Se eu já posso ir pra lá ou não. Se posso prosseguir lá ou não, né?
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rehna.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rehna was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Rehnan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rehna. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate, ever.
Aparentemente surgiram corujas especiais por toda Dana, que é as corujas que faltam pro nosso troféu de encontrar todas, né?
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Rehna's Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength, it's that it's sentient too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Rehna's Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up.
Mais um.
Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renans, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Mais uma! Meu Deus!
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rehna is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Aí, essa era a última. 3 áreas específicas. E ali é a nave. Será que liberou pra gente voltar pros outros lugares? Vulcaneberg, Dykefazol, Lennigs. Beleza. Eu consigo ver os mapas? Olha as missões secundárias. Legião. Dykefazol. Tá, antes de a gente ir lá, eu quero encontrar os primeiros inimigos aqui, só pra mim ter uma noção do nível desses bichos. Tá, aqui tem 2 lugares que estão desativados e um ativo ali.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat?
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle!
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zoogles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zoogles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rehna, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zoogles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zoogles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zoogles aren't so different after all.
Deixa eu só ver uma coisa. Nas ars aqui. Eu não peguei a onda incineradora do Alfin? Não, eu não peguei. Por que não? Nossa, já se foi quase tudo meus pontos. Ah, não.
Helganquil,
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
53? Eles são quase 10 levels acima do meu.
Knew there was something off here.
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Here, let me...
Incineration wave!
Far enough!
Dragon form!
Now we're not. Let's get you all tucked away.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing
It's
shot.
on!
First aid, feel. Lunar.
Ah! Burn!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Sword Rain Alpha! Incineration wave!
No further.
Dance in the wind.
I'll smash you.
Dragon form!
Do it, Shizara. Frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
Take this!
All thanks to you. Their arcs were interrupted.
Megasonic
Make it rain!
No chance!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Force Slash!
Make it rain!
Magic is astral energy.
Say no more! Now! Take this!
Purge malevolence.
Win! Not today!
Não!
Try this! Infernal Color!
Now, guys, go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Vai morrendo tudo já.
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
Tá, galera, eu não vou prosseguir com essa dungeon
I
agora.
thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegus, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rehna. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Rehnan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Meu Deus, quantos esquetes hoje.
Just look at the size of that thing. And Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Rehnan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
Vamos só lutar com aqueles bichos ali. Vamos ver se eles também são níveis muito altos. 50 e 52 é bucho.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
These ones can run rings around us. On guard. Here, let me help.
It's time. Megasonic thrust! No further!
Cross-burning! Hear my call! Inferno crossing! Think you can fly? Here's evil! Sleep now!
Rising falcon!
Magic is
Leave these Nellies to me.
Yeah, and probably to me!
I'm not done!
now! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
Here I come! Void
Naturally!
Strike! Rising try this! Inferno torrent! Megasonic thrust!
Here goes!
Armor won't save you!
You picked the wrong. Prepare to be sealed!
Purge malevolence!
Try this!
Spear! Freeze Lancer!
Explosive ray!
You are in tip-top shape!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
As impressive as always.
Here, I hope I was improving.
No, I mean you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Sion actually look good. Astral energy!
Say no more.
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
O pior é que eu até
I
tô dando
expect you'll be in
conta,
high
né?
demand if that's the case.
E agora?
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danans?
I'd say it's likely, which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Eu acho que vamos prosseguindo, galera. Se eu ver que o negócio vai ficar muito complicado, a gente abandona essa ideia e voltamos pra Dana. Deixa eu só fazer um save. É aqui mesmo.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
Uma árvore dada, olha a minha vida.
What the?
Hã?
Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate. This one's mine.
Dragon Sword!
Water,
Driving me mad! I'll take you all off!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for your silly.
Rising Falcon! Dragon Swarm!
Do it! Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
One more!
All thanks to you.
Rising
Far
Falcon!
beyond the
This
darkest
one's
sky.
mine.
Not today!
Havoc thrust!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane field! Havoc
Prepare
thrust!
for the reptile.
Do it! Sion, astral energy! Full throttle!
Not a chance!
Hurricane
Far beyond the
Rising
darkest
Falcon!
sky. I call upon
Severing
you.
Wind! Strike!
Explosion! You must hear
Denied.
the flame of fury. Banana,
Take
let's
this.
go.
Eternal Devastation!
In here.
Glacial spear!
Here's evil.
Glacial
Now.
fire!
Rumo!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Got!
Well done.
Strike!
Radiant
Force Blast! Strike!
Cyclone.
Take this! Ruined Gate! Rising Showtime!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
More Sukos?
Keep calm and take them down!
Inferno crossing.
Burn! Eternal Devastation!
Make it rain. Use astral energy.
Say no more!
Here's a
Not
healing.
yet!
Reinforcements?
Force Blast! Strike!
Where are you going?
This
It's
one in the
mine.
sky is mine.
Rising Falcon!
In here.
Look sharp!
Wind!
Do it, Kisara. Frozen.
Hammer!
No!
Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem.
Eternal Devastation!
Where are you going?
You're mine!
Do it.
Rumo!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Not a
Roaring
chance!
coming.
Eternal Devastation!
Here you go.
Crush!
Sleep
The
now.
flame inside me yearns to be let free!
How about this?
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze laser.
Eternal Devastation!
Whoa. Hey, what did it buy?
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! More? My turn!
Where are you going?
Strike! Void Blast!
Do it.
Rumo!
Astral
Meu
energy.
Deus do
Say no
céu.
more! My turn!
Glacial spear. Go here, Dave.
Take
In the
this.
wind.
Lightning strike!
Seal.
Hurricane strike!
Here's a healing tucked away. Hey, magic is out.
Dragon Swarm!
In here.
Armor won't save you.
Get on your work together.
Havoc
Annihilation.
Eternal Devastation! Win!
Vanish without a trace.
You're
Do it.
mine!
Lost.
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
More? This one's all mine!
This one's
Bad, right?
Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
Glacial spear. This one's
You're mine!
I never miss!
Dragon
in the
Swarm!
wind. Sleep now.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here, let me help. Now.
Rising Falcon! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis.
Here,
Not
let me help.
more.
Hurricane strike!
Void Blast!
This one's mine!
Strike!
Here I go!
You picked the wrong fight!
Go. Help this. Now. Astral energy. Full
Meu
throttle.
Deus!
A flawless victory.
Void Blast! Prepare
Here's
Jelly!
a healing arm.
No further! Dragon
Laser
Swarm!
blown.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hear my call. Now.
Rumo!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Water.
Now
Hear
more!
my call.
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
As impressive as always.
And here I hope
Hear my call.
No,
Now.
I didn't hear you.
Astral energy.
Say no more! My turn!
This one's mine.
Eternal
Bring
Devastation!
you down.
Void Blast! Strike!
Here. Flame of
Rising
fury.
Falcon.
Rain you are tucked away.
Water.
Hear
Rumo!
now. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Nossa, quantos inimigos a gente
Still got a
enfrentou?
ways to go!
Credo.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rehna? Or could they be Zoogle somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them.
Mas ganhamos níveis ali, né? Pra todo mundo, praticamente.
You think that pit stretches all the way to Rehna's core?
If that's true, then if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
This won't be easy.
É de luz.
Don't be such a pessimist. Hear my call. Shooting star. Going in. Infernal to the wind. In here.
Now we're ST airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. You get the gift.
Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
Hurricane Steel. Sharpen all.
Rising Falcon! Ignite!
Hurricane Strike. Oh, violent.
Not a
Rise
chance.
and red. Car.
Fire blast.
Flame of fury.
Rising
This
Falcon.
one's mine.
Dragon Disc!
Edge in the wind.
Sword Rain Alpha!
By the power of flame. I'll be finished without a
Going
in.
Take this! I'm not done! Dragon
Here,
Swarm!
let me help. First aid.
Wake up! Take this! I'm not done!
Wait now. Hurricane Strike.
The flaming fire is yours to be let free!
Doubling.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Citizen.
Not a chance!
Strike. This one's mine. I can do
Rising
this.
Falcon!
Strike.
Burn!
Hurricane Strike. Here.
Severing Wind!
Strike.
Void Blast!
Havoc.
Eternal Devastation! No further! Dragon Swarm!
Here's evil.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Raging laser.
I'll smash you!
Air thrust and that'll bring you down.
Dragon
Do it.
Swarm! Limo!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Here I come!
Look sharp.
Flame
Now.
inside me!
Astral energy. Full throttle.
É, não tá tão fácil essas
I
lutas,
got
né?
it.
Got what?
I can chop up vegetable scraps and use them in the seasonings.
Should've known that's what it was gonna be about.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, violent
Megasonic Drop!
I never miss.
Burn!
Switch
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal Devastation! Come one, come all! Incineration Wave!
Nossa.
Megasonic Thrust!
Ah, não.
We managed to turn the tide.
For now, but things could
Me revive, Shiori.
You're right. Better stay alert.
No further!
Hurricane Strike. I'll bring you back from the abyss. In here. Double flame nice. Radiant field.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Wind!
Do it.
Limo!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Take this! Try this!
There. Switch car.
Explosive Ring!
Now. Frozen.
hammer.
Now! Take this!
The earth throbs in pain.
There!
Hurricane Strike.
Dragon Pistols all mine! Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Now. In the sky. Astral energy. Full throttle.
This could be useful.
Até que a gente ganha uma quantidade considerável de XP mesmo, então eu acho que a gente vai ganhar muitos níveis aqui. Pedaço de platina. Pequeno pedaço de platina encontrado no minerar. Não serve como material para equipamentos, mas pode ser vendido por uma bolada. É, eu acho que essa aqui é a luta divisora de águas, hein? Não, peraí. Ah, tem que descer. Essa aqui é a luta que vai definir se a gente tem chance ou não contra esses bichos. Olha o tamanho daquilo lá.
I've got a really bad feeling. Out there.
In a vine?
Now! You're mine!
Where are you going?
Now you see what I can do!
Two heads? That's not even fair! Ready! First aid!
Dragon Swarm!
In the wind! Not in your dreams! Searing flame! Reload!
Dragon
Reload!
Swarm!
Here one calls! Spread!
picked the wrong fight.
Here's evil.
Now you've gone and ticked me off.
Droga.
Let's get you
Dragon
on
Flame Strike! Lightning Strike!
Here, let me help.
Make it rain!
Frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
Take.
Esse aqui é 52, esse aqui é 53.
Too much to handle.
Dragon Form!
Here, my
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Here, let me help. Get on in there with the other.
Vacuum Blade!
More with that water. Here, my car. Magic is ahead. Sleep now.
Take this! Dragon
Shattering
down!
Here's a healing art.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ready
I'm not done! The
Oh,
flame inside me yearns to be let free! Sword Rain Alpha!
In here! Do it, Xion! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
Nothing gets by me.
Naturally! Healing art! First aid!
In a bind.
Dragon Swarm!
Fear! Havoc Thrust!
Oh, violent starting here! Let me help! Now, through
Wind.
all! First aid!
Alright.
Dance in the
where
wind!
was it?
Radiant!
Try harder! No!
Ready and ready.
Let's keep up the mind if I do!
O Xion tá quase morto.
Dragon Swarm!
A new leaf on
Flame
life!
inside me yearns to be let free!
Arcade waterfall! Sleep now! Here's a healing art! In there with the others!
Incineration Wave! You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
This'll come in handy!
Think you can
Magic
fly?
is lightning! Burning! Here's a healing art!
My head's spinning. Good
I
one!
owe you one!
Good shot!
I'm not done! What the hell is going on?
Fall back, Alpin. We'll take point here.
O Xion morreu.
I can carve through armor.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Wind! Now I can let loose! Tear!
Get on in there with the others!
Here I come!
Inferno burning strike! Glacial spear!
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm!
Here, let me help! First aid! Right here! Go!
Megasonic Thrust!
Now or never.
Don't mind if I do!
Here!
Can't get out of this.
Hurricane flight!
Dragon Swarm!
Here, let me eat dirt! Hurricane flight! First aid! Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger!
Ai, ai, ai.
I've been doing really great lately.
Colete canino. Colete usado por um cão lendário conhecido por suas habilidades com adagas. Humanos podem usá-lo apesar de não ter sido essa a
We got
intenção.
some good equipment.
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
É bem melhor. Quase 47 já. Vou mandar mais um pouco, daí eu encerro esse vídeo, mas vamos continuar por enquanto.
Guess I misread the landing.
Ah, não. Quanto é que eu tô de PC? 256. Tem ainda.
Brace yourself! This one's tough!
This one's mine!
Hurricane
Dragon Swarm! Now you see what I can do.
Time to cross blade!
Hurricane
Incineration Wave!
Sleep now!
Try harder! Not a
Get
chance!
on in there with the
No
others!
escape!
Dragon!
Dragon Swarm!
How do you like being pounded into shape? Leave the torture to me. Do not.
Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
Lightning shit. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa.
Here, let me help!
Switch
Can't
off.
get out of this.
Now I can let loose. Any chance.
I can carve through armor.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Mind
if I do?
Meu Deus.
Swordblade Alpha.
Alright, it's
Hurricane Dragon Stuff. Take this. This one's all mine. Severing Wind. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno. Here I come. You picked the wrong fight. Now,
That'll bring you down.
You require
Lightning strike! Let's keep up the pressure! Hurricane strike! I can handle it!
Take this.
Dragon Swarm. Try harder. Take this.
Nossa senhora.
Denied!
Dragon Swarm. Swordblade Alpha. Back the flame inside me. Yours to be let free. Dragon Swarm.
How about this?
Swordblade Alpha.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
É.
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us?
These structures don't look like anything built by the Rhenans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrect 35 about it sometime.
Vamos usar uma goma de abacaxi. E vamos entrar aqui. Ver o tamanho da área que a gente tem pela frente. Até não é grande, eu achei que ia ser maior. Então beleza, galera, vamos encerrar esse vídeo por aqui. A gente já tá com 42 minutos. Eu vou deixar pra gente continuar progredindo aqui na Helganquil, nível superior, segundo andar, no próximo vídeo. Então muito obrigado por terem assistido e até a próxima. Valeu!